Hey now. Today's Red Alert Diary is going to be just a little bit different. I'm not feeling my best today, but here's a thing that I've learned that I want to share with you all for this segment. There are moments when you make a commitment that you just honor it. Despite what happens, you honor it. And when you make the decision to honor that moment, the universe will also give you the chance to get insight about it as well. You see, God is amazing. And when he has a plan to do something, he makes certain that he puts things in place that makes it come to pass. See, I wasn't feeling that well last week either. But what I did not recall and don't pay attention to, because this is a weekly podcast, I just make certain that I do my best to get it out, to share the insight with you. Because there are life lessons that I've walked through that I know that a lot of you are experiencing. And I want to help you get through the landmines that I've already crossed. So I share that insight. And because I share it, I just go into automatic. And there's nothing wrong with being automatic in some things. Because when you establish good habits, it helps you through the moments when you're not feeling well. It helps you through the moments when you're not quite sure what to do next. And because I have established some good habits related to sharing insight with you that God wanted me to share, it has positioned me to be able to still show up when I don't feel well. And so that's today's discussion. Making a commitment despite what happens. There will come a time in your life when you will have to decide that no matter what has taken place, you will still stand in the gap where you know you're supposed to. That no matter what takes place, you will still step into the midst of the moment that you are responsible for. You see, I've already shared before with this podcast that I feel that God is the one that told me to give the insight. There is no real reason I can truly think of that anybody will really want to share their ills, the things that happens to them, the trauma and the chaos and the turmoil in their life, if they really didn't have a true reason that they believed it would be a support system for someone else. So when God told me to share my story, I wrote the book, Red Alert, Is He the One? The pocket guide to finding the love of your life. Only to discover the book was for me to truly gain insight that I am the love of my life that I had been searching for. That book helped me walk through some of the trauma that I had experienced. That book helped me get through some of those moments where I was uncertain how I was going to make it and get my babies through as well. So for a lot of you, this is on repeat. But for those of you that don't know, Tanya E. Hood, Red Alert Diaries was birthed from my life lessons because I felt God said say so. And I'm making a commitment despite how I feel to show up. And you have to make the decision before the moment arrives that you will show up. When you make the decision beforehand, it helps you in the middle of the mess. It gives you courage to stand when you're not sure how to. It gives you the courage to press through when you're not really certain you can get through. But because I know this was a mandate on my heart from the centerpiece of God into my soul to share with you insight, to move forward, to press through, I am committed to showing up, even though it don't feel that great today. But I know that giving you the chance to hear the insight, to stand when you don't feel like it, commit beforehand, and then things from there will be okay. This is not going to be very long today, but I wanted to make certain that I come in to give you insight that when life throws its woes at you, because it will, stand. Before you reach the battlefield, commit. And when you don't feel like pressing through, press through anyway. I know I'll be better next week because this is a commitment that God has given to me. Last week's podcast, I am so grateful, was already preset, and I'm thankful for those of you that have been committed to being a part of the podcast, sharing your insight with my audience, giving the knowledge that you have lived through. I appreciate you. and commend you for your commitment, and truly thank all of you for continuing to listen to me every week. You can always reach out to me, 240-532-2227, because this is a journey that we're taking together. There will be no clubhouse message tonight. I'm not feeling up to it. But when I come back, I'm looking forward to seeing you, hearing your insights from the podcast, and taking the discussion further so that together we can grow. In the meantime, this is Tanya E. Hood, walking in my purpose, and I want you to do the same.